Hello, my name is Maya. I teach in Western Public School, and I'm excited to share with you the one of my favorite app this year that I used so often, and it is Padlet. I'm a 9 to 12 grade Mandarin teacher in a public school, Western Public School. Padlet is an app that allow you to post in multimedia form. The presentation I'm using right now is in Padlet itself. The cost for Padlet, it has two versions. One is a free, and for the free versions, you can create three, we call it walls, like the one we have. It has the exactly same function as fully paid. And also, once you used this, like each wall, once you finish using it, you can clear it up and then reuse it for as many times as you want to. The paid version is $96 per year, and it allows you to make as many as you wish, as many posts as you wish to. The things I used in Padlet, I use them in all modes of communication. For interpretive listening, I recording just using the Padlet itself without even get out. My voice, students listen, make response. I post written material, put it here for students' response. And I give prompt for students to make the presentation. Students can make oral or written post. And I can also record myself speaking something and then have students to respond to me using speaking form. So it's basically like any mode of communication you can use. And then for the can do statement, here I show an example. Here's an example of I can talk about the pets and can understand other people when they talk about their own pets. So I go there, create a board, create a wall for students to present. This one I did as a group. This group put there the pig, the best pets, the best drawing based on my description. And then they draw this one. And then they talk about it, making comments. The students made the comments in the video format. The students making the comment in speaking. And the students talk about their own pet with a picture. And he also said something about his own pet. So that's talking and reading all put together. Another activity, example of activity I'm using here, I can understand the basic information when other people tell about themselves. So I have students to do a introduction. This is my novice level. I made the prompt to ask them to say something about themselves after at the end of the unit, the self-intro unit. Students write about themselves. Students make a recording about himself or herself. And then some students did movie format to introduce themselves. And then I asked students to listen to them and answer questions like to see multiple choice. Whose family has 4 people, or who has a pet who has a rabbit as a pet. And for the if students make a mistake, I can put in the comment to tell, oh, here there was a typo, or you said this wrong and it should be read like this. That's how I kind of like make corrections. And then another activity I do is I post a movie. Here I use a YouTube link, and then students can watch right from the link. And then I give them prompt. They can make they can respond. For this one, I think I ask them to write, or read this one. Let's go there. I think I ask students to write a summary about this activity. Yes, students write a summary. The students is not as strong as the other who wrote way more, and but just based on the ability and to do what they can do. And then I ask the students to make an oral recording. Some students chose to make the oral recording to talk about it, and that's all good. For this one, this is like a group writing game. Have one person start one part of story and then they switch the paper, another person to do it. But because we cannot physically use the paper, I ask the students to work in group. Each group, students has 4 people, and each person add one. All the people will do the beginning part, and after a certain time, like 5 minutes, I ask them switch, and then they continue to write the second part and continue. This is a writing activity example. And this one is, I ask students to use the map of Padlet function, which I really, really enjoy. I can ask the students to go to a place of the choice and talk about the weather there. For example, the students write about India because this person is from India and he wrote about what it is like there. And after students wrote about the favorite place, then I asked them to go to visit the spot other people wrote, and then we have a discussion, and then ask them to continue with comparison with another place that's very similar or different, and how different it is, and write the comparison in here. So each one you can have multiple activities to do. For the assessment, you can do the assessment just like you normally do. And you can also do in the private ones that other students won't see. The ones that I showed the example is immediately student post, it will be showing it's like real time. However, you can set up this into private only, but it didn't say this is for the purpose of private assessment, but you can just use it for that purpose, serves our purpose. The way you do it is go to settings, and in the settings, you go to the content filtering. Content filtering required approval. So when students post something, it doesn't get posted immediately. It gets your approval before you post. But if you want to just do the assessment, you don't want other people see it, then you can just never post it and just have students do it. And you can use that way for assessment. I posted some couple of resources here. One is 20 ideas to use Padlet. Another one is created by Padlet, demonstrate how to use this program.